And we may not see things happening here as we should, but there are places around the world where the light of the gospel is shining incredibly bright. People who have been under persecution and other reasons, it's done nothing but cause them to shine their light all the brighter. And while we think things in this country, and sadly maybe it has, come to a level of spiritual stagnation, there are places around the world where people are coming to Christ by the thousands upon thousands upon thousands. And then having the privilege to be in some of those countries and come back to our country, and it seems like it's church as usual, it's things as usual. We go through the same motions, we do the same thing, we same have programs. And I wonder where in the midst of all of these things that are good, we're not talking about bad things. I mean, nothing bad about hot dogs. We just don't know what's in them. Nothing bad about all these good things we do for people. Oh, absolutely not. We've done some wonderful peace projects in our church. I mean, awesome things. These are right on things. My question is, when was the last time that you let your light shine brightly, the gospel? And you can't shine the light of the gospel of Christ and Jesus not come around. I've heard someone say, and it's kind of hedging on a theological problem, but just get the point. And the question was, will anybody be in heaven because of you? We're going to leave it to the preachers. We're going to leave it to the evangelists. We're going to leave it to the other churches. And this is all about me shining my light. You've got a light. I've got a light. My light is Christ is the light. Yours is no brighter than mine. It's just a matter of whether or not you raise it up or show it or not. And it's a daunting reminder when I begin to think about, well, will anybody... I've already told you that this hedges on a theological problem. Didn't I say that? Okay. Will anybody be in heaven because of me shining His light? To me, it just takes this whole facade of religiosity stuff that we've just compiled and filled our lives with, and meetings every night, and going to this and that and this and that and this and that, and there's just people all around us just wanting to know who Jesus is, and we're afraid to even say His name. We get all over Peter because he denied Christ and acted like a sailor, a fisherman. Well, how could Peter do that? And I say, how can we do what we do? How can we say we shine our light and the salt that we are banning people with, and then the light comes? How can we say we are shining the light of the gospel when it has been years, if not years and years, that we've ever mentioned the name Jesus to someone else? Because we're afraid. See, when we begin to self-examine, Lord, where is this light? Where is this light? Am I shining your light? Because if I shine your light, it will draw all people into yourself. And I have to ask ourselves the questions. I ask myself the question, when was the last time I let His light shine? Let Jesus shine. Be unashamedly vocal about the name of Christ and see people come to Christ. When was the last time, or was there ever a time in your life as a believer that you shone the light of Christ, unashamedly spoke the truth and words of Jesus, and saw people come to a saving knowledge of Him? You see, it's not about you. You can't save anyone. You don't have that power. Don't take that on. You're not that good. But God is. And if you'll shine His light, they will come. And if no one's coming, it just means one thing: somebody's not shining the light. Because I think we have become so complacent and so caught up in church stuff, that in and of itself is not wrong. But it has filled our exercise, our abilities, our talents, to when it gets to the point of someone say, hey, will someone please raise a light? No one's got an arm left to pick one up, because we got every hand and everything else doing everything else. You've been wondering what this thing is? Thank you. I just wondered. Well, first of all, I'm not a scientist. I'm mad, but I'm not a scientist. And I am going to plug this up so delicately, it ain't even funny. I hope this poppers. Oh dear. Oh dear. What did I just do? That's not the worst thing that could happen right now. I could unplug myself for good.
No, it's all right.
Am I good? All right. Now, anybody want to come stick their finger here? We've talked about salt. Salt. And if we talked about bamming people, bamming people. You ever bammed anybody this week, Thelma? Bammed anybody? Yeah, you bammed anybody over here? Yeah. Got to bam somebody. The cards weren't there to be cute. You got to bam somebody. Has anybody bammed anybody? Don't raise your hand. I just hate to just embarrass you. We're not, you bam somebody behind you. Do something. Just throw the stuff. And light. The light of the gospel is Christ. And in this little experiment, if we will bam the light, it's not ready yet. But see, this is what we do. Okay, I bam somebody, and I don't have to bam anybody until Christmas next year. And we wonder why the light don't shine. Well, we go into Columbian Park. Well, I guess I shouldn't have eaten all those popsicles before I passed them out. And then we wonder, God, we keep doing the right things, but we're not talking about bammer. If you're a light bearer, you're a light bearer. If you're a salt passer outer, you're a salt passer outer. And so you keep on passing the salt, and you keep on passing the salt, and it better work. And then you keep on adding the salt. You better light. Is this thing on?
I don't even know.
Hey, cut the power on, will you? Is it on?
Yep.
Is that connected? Okay, see, you just got to keep bamming. You got to have faith. Faith. Bam. We give up way too quick, and then look, it's starting to get dull. Well, we got to wait till Christmas before we do Jesus again. Well, we just keep doing Jesus all year long. And he gets happier, happier. Keep bamming, folks. Keep bamming, folks. And I'll blow this sucker up. Look how light that. It didn't get this bright with just a little bamming. You got to bam a lot. They ought to call us the LCC bammers. Can I blow this thing up? I've never put that. Do you get my point? Because I'm stopping. Jeff can explain how that works. I don't know all the science behind it. When my kids had to do science experiments at school, they did the same one, both kids, for every year they had a science project. Forget how many years they did. They hit it the same one every year. I think they lost all the time because they never plugged it up or something. I don't know what it was. Truth is, if you'll spread the salt, the light will come. The light will come. The light of the gospel is Christ. It isn't you, but you are responsible for shining the light. So bam the salt and shine the light, and people will come to Christ.